Hey friends, today I'm just going to be redecorating my hutch. I'm going to empty everything off of it and then clean it off, and I thought I would just take you guys along. I'm sorry about the camera angle. I'm still kind of learning where to put my camera and stuff when I'm recording at the house. But so this hutch I actually got off of Facebook Marketplace when we lived in South Carolina for like $100. It was probably one of the best purchases I've ever made off of Facebook Marketplace. And most of the stuff that's on here is either Goodwill or it was given to me. So I'll kind of discuss where I got things as you see me moving them. Those cups there, we got those. Me and Felicity got those from a friend. She went to Goodwill and got them because we went to a church tea party event. And so that's why I have those. And then the mule cups there were given to us as a Christmas gift. That wreath and the mirror are from the Target dollar spot not too long ago, a few years ago, I guess. And I'm not sure where that little live in the moment sign was from. But yeah, I had to get this step out because it's pretty high. We have really pretty high ceilings. I want to say we have 10-foot ceilings in the main living area of our house. And so feel like I have to put stuff up on the top of this thing, otherwise it looks bare up above there, and I like to have something that kind of brings the eye up. That urn I got from Goodwill, and then the book there that I just took down was from our wedding. That's what we put our wedding cards in. People could drop their cards in there. That picture is of the girls the first time that we went to Disney. I got a good picture of them in front of the castle, and so I blew it up and put it in that 8x10 frame. And then this cow picture here that's up on top, that's from Hobby Lobby, and they still have that. But I feel like that's like the perfect mix of my style because I'm really interested in Regency right now. But then our house is kind of like farmhousey, and so I'm like fluffy cows and Regency decor. It's very interesting style, I guess, but it's what I like, and so I'm trying to kind of work with what I have instead of trying to get all new stuff. And so yeah, it's been an interesting journey trying to just grab things that I already have. Here in the next few weeks, I'm probably going to go through my some of my decor bins and try and purge some of that stuff as a part of that decluttering series that I was talking about, and I'll probably take you guys along with that. I like to use Pledge to dust my wood furniture. It has the kind that has the wood polish in it. It always just gives it a nice shine, and this is an older piece. I mean, I would assume it's an antique. The people that I bought it from told me that they were selling it for a gentleman who was having to move out of his house and go into assisted living, and that man's father built it for his mother. So it's a very for American standards, if you're in the UK or any other European country, your antiques are like super antique. Ours are obviously not because our country's not that old, but that's just what they told me about it, and I like it, but it's kind of fragile, the finish on it. It gets watermarks really easy, so I have to be really careful with it, and I like to put the Pledge on there because it kind of provides that extra layer of protection, in my opinion. I'm sorry if I sound a little nasally. We've got some allergies going on. If anybody else lives in West Texas, pretty much all year you get allergies, and because we've moved so much, we just kind of have to roll with it. We get allergies just about everywhere that we live. So this window that I'm about to put up here, I actually found during bulk trash. I was driving around on base, and somebody had put this out on their curb to be picked up for bulk trash, and I grabbed it and brought it home with me because it was super cute. I wish that the gather sign that was on there, I could take it off, but it's really firmly put on there, and I don't want to mess with it too much. And so I try not to. Once I figured out that it was really firmly on there, I was like, okay, we're not gonna break it. I don't want to risk breaking the window. But that lamp that's up there, I got that at Walmart several years ago, and I don't plug it in up there. I just kind of have it up there because it's mercury glass and it's really pretty. I end up taking it down here in a bit because I didn't like how it looked, and I put some other stuff in there. And then this was fun. I found some we had hardcover books that have the paper covers on them. And when I was decorating the shelf for Emmy's room, I needed some color in there. And so I started looking through our books, and I was pulling the paper covers off of these books, and I realized that they make really cute decor. And so in her room, on her shelf, I'll probably show that to you guys sometime, she's got a couple of green books and a pink book. They're not, one of them is a children's book, two of them are children's books, and the other one, which is the book that the inside of it was the actual hardcover, not the paper cover, but the hardcover was pink. And so I used that to put in her room. And then when I was at Goodwill this week, I saw some other books that I would have been interested in getting, but I just didn't want to spend the money on it at the time, so I didn't. But that's a good way to, like, in my opinion, decorate, is if you have hardcover books and you want like a color scheme, check pull the paper covers, like the slip covers off of them, and see what they look like under there, because it can really build a nice vignette for you. These two trays that you see me messing with here, I got those at Goodwill this weekend. They are not real silver, they're actually chromeware. Didn't even know chromeware was a thing. Googled it after I got out of the store, after I'd purchased them. And then this tray, this is silver, and I got it at Goodwill as well. I can't remember how long ago, but since we've lived in Texas, and I've actually used that as decor for Jessica's birthday. We don't do birthday parties because I've got two babies that have summer birthdays, and so it's one of those things where, like, their birthdays fall right around the 4th of July, and it would be we don't live close to family, so it's not like I could count on family to show up for their birthdays. This is a picture of me and John at our real wedding. We have 2 anniversaries. We have where we actually got married, which is this picture, and I don't have any digital copies of those photos, so I need to actually scan those in so we don't lose them. But and then we have what we call our fake anniversary, which is coming up this month actually, because we had scheduled a wedding, and then John decided he got into the Air Force, which we weren't sure about. There was some medical stuff that I can talk about later. There's Jamie climbing up on the step, my little assistant. But yeah, so we ended up having to bump our real wedding, our like big wedding, if you will. And so that's in May, and then our regular anniversary is in November. So it's kind of nice because if he's ever gone, we have 2 anniversaries that we can celebrate. Okay, so the story with this china is that when me and John were first married, we went on a road trip to see our family. And so we were in this small town called Sheffield, Iowa, which is where his parents lived at the time. And we were in this consignment store, and this lady I think she had 3 sets of dishes, and this set was a full set, 13-piece set, like place settings. And the only piece that was missing is the lid to the sugar bowl. So I have every single piece of it except for that. And we had seen it there, but I didn't get it because, like I said, we were on this road trip and we were in the Mustang and didn't really have room to move it around. And so John's mom actually got it for me for Christmas. I think it was like $36 or something. So we like to use it during holidays because it's really pretty, and I usually display it in the fall because it's a fall design. It's blue and brown, like a wheat design on there, but I don't have anywhere to put it right now because it was in my white hutch, and so I just thought I would stack the plates and stuff on here and see how it looked and if I liked it. So you guys will have to let me know what you think about having it on the hutch. But yeah, the plates are the only thing that I couldn't, like the dinner plates, I couldn't find a spot that was flat enough to hold them completely. And so that's just kind of where we're at right now with displaying them as a whole. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do in the long run if I don't like this, but yeah. So this is the finished product. I had that wreath, put it up on top because there was a little latch for that window, and so that's how that's hanging up there. And then this cross is from me and John's wedding. That was our like unity thing. So the dishes are all lined up. And then I don't really love this. This is the serving dishes that came with it, but that's kind of the best I can do. The plate set. This what, baby? No, we're not gonna watch Berserk right now. And then there's the teacups that go with it. So that's how it turned out. Hope you guys like it.